Hey guys, it's Tyler, and today I have a wonderful F2L tutorial for you. Okay guys, I'm sorry I've been gone for so long, but nevertheless, I'm back. So today I've got an F2L tutorial, so a long-awaited one, because I'm pretty sure this was requested a few months ago, but I've been thinking about it, and I've been working on it. I've been gone mostly because I started school, and I need to raise my GPA, which I have, so that worked out. Well, so far. Hopefully I don't ruin it. Anyways, so I've been just taking a break from this, but over the time I have accumulated some money, and I've gotten lots of studio upgrades, and a new intro actually that you just saw. Yeah, let's get started. So this F2L tutorial is it's an advanced F2L tutorial. It's more for someone who already knows how to do F2L but wants to obviously improve upon it. And this would be what you need to do, what you need to look out for, and how to practice for yeah, getting better at F2L, which is obviously the fastest step. So the first thing I have on my list to look at is when you're making your cross. So when you're, let me scramble this real quick, but when you're solving your cross, let's say I'm solving it really slowly, so I'm just going to, I don't know, just do that. And then as I'm solving this, you need to be seeing your pair. So right here I see these two right here, and then I would know where those would be when I'm done, and how to make that pair, which is right there, and then insert it. So essentially, you need to at least find the pair when you're making the cross. I mean, obviously, once you get really good, you should, in your inspection, you should be able to find that pair and know where it's at when you start F2L. But for now, I think it's best you just learn and be able to find that pair when you're solving your cross. So, okay, so to practice this, to get good at finding that pair while you're solving the cross, what I would do is when I'm doing it, I would just solve the cross very slowly, even if I'm not even solving it the fastest way, but I would find a piece and I would track that piece. So when I was tracking the piece, I see it was here, and it just happened to be in a pair that I can just take and insert. But what you want to do is you just want to, as you're making the cross, do it slowly and track a pair, and or just or a corner or just an edge or something. Just learn to track something so you know how the cube works and how to find that. Moving on, so now another thing is people really like forget about is knowing how to solve each case. Like sometimes you'll get away with just like doing it very intuitively, and it'll take a long time and it just won't work out very well. But I mean, for every situation there's normally a case. So like for this one, I mean, obviously that's pretty easy. Just make the pair like that. But knowing each case really helps, because then you can just see the pair and do it immediately. Okay, so how to practice this is like in Crazy Bad Cuber's video on Advanced F2L, kind of like this one, he said just find the pair, so see it, then close your eyes, and then so I see these two pairs, then I'm going to close my eyes, and then I know how to solve it. So that's like a good way to kind of like realize like what you're doing and just kind of get to know each pair, because there's so many different cases in F2L, but knowing each one of those is really going to help, which is another thing you can learn tips and tricks and little things. I'm actually going to make a video on little tricks that I've figured out to do everything. Okay, so next thing is, like you just saw me do earlier, I use my left hand to do something. So, like, see if this is here. So, when this is here, generally, if you, like, you would just do 3 sexy moves like that. But if you're holding it like this, it's quicker not to do a cube rotation, but to just do it left-handed. So that brings me to my like third point. I think you need to be good with your left hand, because in F2L, I know so many times I'm doing algorithms with my left hands, and that's just one like really good example where I need to be using my left hand. So just practicing that, doing the sexy with the left hand, is really good, and you can also do it like in the back like that too. So, yeah. So learning left-handed is going to be really, really helpful. Okay, so this one, a lot of people are victims to, and this is cube rotations during F2L. So let me get back to F2L, and so I solved my cross, and then what I want to do is, obviously, I want to put this here, and then rotate my cube and do triple six. But like I said, use it left-handed, but Cube rotations will kill you. And I'm still terrible at this, and I'm still terrible at not using cube rotations a lot, because I just, like, I see this edge here and this one here, and I just want to, like, do 2 cube rotations and do that. But you've just got to, like, learn different tricks and ways, and that goes back to knowing each case from multiple angles, I guess. You just want to be able to do it without using cube rotations. So you need to just watch that, try to find a more efficient way to do it without using cube rotation. Okay, so if a case takes too long, like you're just doing over like 10 moves or 20 moves or something, just to like solve a case, it's probably best you learn sort of an algorithm for it. And like, I think you can go on speedcubing.net, I think is it called, something like that, and you can just look up F2L algorithms, and there's plenty of algorithms that will solve like all the cases. Okay, so let's say we're doing this pair here. Like, see this, like, so if you're doing this pair and you're going like separating them, bring it back here, finding them up, bring them over here and inserting it, that's a lot of moves, right? And it's taking you a long time to do it. Okay, so if you have this case, you can just learn an algorithm, because it takes too long to do it the other way. So if you learn an algorithm, you can just, it's already inserted. So it's just stuff like that where you can just learn a little quick algorithm, and it shouldn't take very long, and it will help you out a lot, because it'll just, your solves will become more efficient once you incorporate those in, instead of just doing okay. So another thing that I'm a victim of, and this isn't something that people usually talk about, because I don't know, it's something that it's really dumb, but I think I'm not the only, I hope I'm not the only person who does it, but sometimes what I'll do is I'll turn it 3 times on top, just because I'm like, oh god, where's the piece? And I'll like turn it that way, and then that way, and that way. I'll turn it 3 times one way instead of just once the other direction. That's just something really silly that I do all the time. Like, if it's here and I need to go there, I'm like, oh, I see it's over there, and I'll just do that, and then I'll make the pair. But just don't fall victim to that. Pay attention. When I teach you to practice, I'll teach you to do slow solves. Just pay attention to not doing that, and it'll just really help you out when you stop doing silly things like that, and just solve it without being like, I don't know, there's lots of time wasting going on. Try to just be as most efficient as possible. It's not always about turning super fast. You just want to be as efficient as possible and get things done, be smooth, and just fly through it, instead of just being like, and then just get nowhere at all. Like, there's no point in rushing and flying around everywhere if you're just looking for the next pair, and you're looking for the next pair, and then you just never know what's going on. Okay, so obviously this was coming. What you need to do is look ahead. So look ahead is essentially when you are solving a pair, and as you're solving that pair, you need to be looking for the other pair. So when you're solving that pair, you are not paying attention to solving that pair, you're just doing it as you look for the next pair that you're going to solve. So that's what look ahead is, if you didn't know. So obviously it sounds hard, and if you've done it before or tried learning it before, it is hard. So you need to it just takes practice, really. So when you're practicing for F2L, or look ahead in F2L, like I said with Crazy Bad's tutorial, close your eyes and see the pair. So then you close your eyes, and then you solve that pair with your eyes closed, because essentially what you're doing when you're looking ahead is you're just solving that pair without seeing it. You're looking for something else. So once you can do that really well, look ahead should become a lot easier. It still won't be that easy because you're not looking for the other pair. So then you just gotta like focus on practicing and doing slow solves to kind of look for the next pair. So you'll do slow solves. So right now I'll see this pair and I know how to solve this pair. So I'm just gonna be, as I'm solving this pair and inserting it, I already saw that this pair happened here, and then I'll insert that, and I'm doing it slow, and then I saw this one, and then I'll bring that back, make that pair, and then I'll insert that one, and then the last one's over here. So you just gotta just go through slow solves like that. Just kind of think in your head, where is it at? Where is it at? What am I doing? Okay. So something I had a huge problem with was I would always get I'd be like, oh cool, I got a 15-second solve, and I'll be really happy. And I'm like, yes, I did really well. And then I don't know, later, let's say 15 minutes later, I'm starting to average 22 seconds again or something. I'm just start getting really bad. So my times are all over the place. It's like, well, how can I get a 15 or 14 second there? And the next thing you know, I can't even get lower than 19 seconds. It's like, what's going on? And what I found was I'm not thinking about it. like look ahead. You've got to think about doing it. Because like let's say you're looking for your lost friend. You're not gonna find him when you're just like going around like doing your business. Like I'm just walking downtown, going to a restaurant and stuff. Yeah, maybe you'll see your friend like, oh, there he is, but it's unlikely. What you gotta be looking for it. You gotta be looking for your friend, otherwise you're not gonna find him. So what I think is when I'm doing F2L, I'm not looking for I'm not paying attention to being F2L. I've got to consciously say, okay, I'm looking ahead. I'm looking ahead. I need to find the next pair because I won't find it otherwise. So as I'm solving it, I need to realize, okay, I need to be looking for the next pair. You need to be looking around and making sure you're doing everything, because otherwise you'll never find that next pair. And the next thing you know, you'll find yourself solving one pair, then looking for the next pair, then solving that one, then looking, then solving, then looking. And it just doesn't work like that, because that's not looking ahead. You've got to like really pay attention to looking ahead. You may not be good at it at first, but it's still a good idea to just follow the pieces around, learn how they move, and just consciously decide I'm looking ahead. Okay, guys, so we're gonna wrap up the video soon here because I think this is already extremely long, but there's a lot that goes into F2L that people don't think about, so that's why it's so long. Anyways, like I said, just do slow solves and just kind of pay attention to you looking for the pairs, and just kind of like really get used to looking ahead, so that when you start solving, doing faster solves and slowly getting faster, that you are still looking ahead and still doing everything. So just do slow solves, tracking other pairs, and just try to use the look ahead even if you're going really slow. So and other than that, guys, it's the horrible P word. You gotta practice. You really gotta practice it. I mean, you're not going to be Felix Zemdegs in a couple of days because you watched a tutorial video. You're just not. You need to really just practice. I mean, to be Felix Zemdegs, obviously it took him years and years of practicing F2L and practicing F2L to get good. I mean, you're just going to slowly get better. But having these different tips and tricks on how to practice, you will get better faster than other people who will just do it on their own. So, so this video will help you, but it's not going to make you like the fastest person in the world right away. You've got to practice, and that's something that I've realized a long time ago, and I'm not worried about it. I'm slowly getting better. I can average sub 15 now, so just please practice. And if someone asks me how to get faster without practicing, I'm going to punch them in the face. No, I won't, because I don't know where they live, but if I did, I'd punch them in the face. Okay, guys, so I really thank you for watching this video. I will be posting a lot more videos now that I'm a little more free, don't have as much to do, and I've got all my new studio equipment, and I like it, and I'm having fun, so I'll be posting a lot more soon. So if you like this video or found it helpful, give it a thumbs up, and if you like this channel, check out my other videos, and if you want to, subscribe. See you guys later.